Hello and welcome to One Cool Thing, PC Mag's daily show where we show you one cool thing which we are testing out here in the PC Mag labs. Now, I don't know about you, but I lose things in my house all the time. Relatively often it's the Roku remote because it's like half as large as a regular remote and it has a real tendency to fall into the back of my IKEA couch. But if you are the kind of person who loses things in your house, this is your show. This is something really interesting and important. I'm Sasha Sieg, and this is Ajay Kumar, and this is the new Tile Pro. What does this do?
So this is a Tile Pro. I actually lost the other tile, and I'm sure it's around here somewhere. So I'm gonna ring it and see if I can find it.
I hear something somewhere. Where is it? It's like, wait, it's in the screen?
Pretty sure it's not in the screen.
Can you find it? It's making a noise. Okay. This isn't like, wait.
The radius keeps getting stronger the closer I go to you, so maybe your pockets?
I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, hey, I had it all the time. Okay.
Well planted by Weston.
Yes. So
these are the two tile products that we have.
So this is the Tile Pro. What's this one called?
This is the Tile Mate. So it's the same name as the old Mate, but so there's like one big change for both of these, and they now have replaceable batteries.
Okay.
So let me just pop that.
And now the replaceable battery. One of the things about the Tile is that the Tile, which is designed to help you find things that are nearby that you've lost. Previously they lasted a year, but now it can just last as long as you want, right?
As long as this tile is physically, intact. It's pretty sturdy. This one's a little bit sturdier, the Tile Pro, but they're both pretty durable. They're IP55, but they can't guarantee complete waterproofing because you had to make sure you really close this battery door back here.
So what kind of technology are they using to connect to your phone? What's the range like? Can it work through walls?
So Tile has always used Bluetooth, so these all connect to a Bluetooth device. So you connect it with your phone, you put it next to your phone, you press the button, it'll pair. It happens in a couple seconds. It's really fast, and then you can see I have a couple connected right now. I have one for my keys, one I just have floating around here. One's on my backpack, and one's hidden in inventory with one of the cameras. So essentially the range is between, so the Mate is 150 feet according to the Tile. The Pro is 300 feet. So they say they rearranged the internal design, they changed some of the things inside, so it should get better range.
That's much farther than the range I'm used to from most Bluetooth devices.
Right, so we're still testing this, so I'm gonna see how well that range holds up. Bluetooth can be affected by interference, it can be affected by like different things in the way. Inside here, I can't imagine it's that great, because I don't know how far we are from inventory, but the camera is maybe, 200 feet, 100 feet?
Yeah, it's probably 100 to 150 feet away.
So the camera is not really connecting, even though we're almost line of sight to inventory.
It's like through 3 walls.
It's through a couple walls. But essentially, the way Tile is set up is that it's ideal for like inside your house. So you lost your keys, you can't find it, you just ring it, you can track it down.
Now, can you call a Tile from a smart speaker? I'm just wondering. Do you know? Is there an Alexa skill?
Yes,
or a
there
Google Home skill?
there is an Alexa skill.
Okay.
So Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa. You can say, I don't want to say it, but you can say Google, call Tile, and or call my keys. You ask Tile to call my keys, I believe is the actual command. and then it'll ring it.
Because I'm thinking, if you are the kind of person who loses things constantly in your house, well, your smart speaker is probably the one thing you haven't lost because it has to be plugged in.
Yes,
And
that's
so you
true.
can have it call your phone, you can have it call your tile, you can have it figure out where all of your things are, et cetera, et cetera.
It does have third-party integration.
Okay.
So you can call it from your smart speaker, and if you've lost your phone and somehow have your tile, you can just long press this and it'll ring your phone.
How much do these cost?
So the Mate is $25 and the Pro is $35. The difference between them is the Pro has better range, a more durable build, and is a little bit bigger. So I prefer the fact that it's in black. And this one is 150 feet and a little bit cheaper.
Does anything really compete with tile? There are smart luggage tags and such out there, but they're considerably larger.
There are, so Tile told me that they have 90% of the Bluetooth tracker market, and they have 15 million devices. And they just partnered with Comcast so that if you're near a Comcast like access point or like a hotspot or a router, you've like lost your tile, you can track it down even if it's not in Bluetooth range.
Whoa, so, okay, that actually opens a good question. So if you have something that's attached with a tile and you lose it out of the house, does the app tell you where you were when you last saw it?
Yeah, so the camera isn't connecting. It's telling me that it's on East 28th Street, which is where our office is. So it tells me the last location. It tells me how long ago it last pinged that device. So a minute ago, because it's right here. And the interesting thing is, so there's a map, and you can see where you've left your various products and where they were last pinged. I just set this up, so it's only showing the office right now, but if I had something at home, it would show me if I'd left my keys at home and when it was last connected. And there's also a tile network. So there's 31,000 tile users around me right now. And so suppose I go to my keys and I realize they're lost and they're out of Bluetooth range. I can set it so that I can say that I've lost my keys, and if there's another tile user within that range of the keys, their tile can ping me and tell me that they've spotted it.
So it's like a tile mesh network.
Exactly.
Whoa, let's take a question.
I mean, are there specific locations that you feel like the tile network is necessarily useful in? Like, is it really more of like if you're in New York and San Francisco, it's good, and then everywhere else kind of...
Definitely going to be in large urban areas where there's a large network of users. So they have 15 million users, and they have that partnership with Comcast. They also told me that they set up something it's either Austin or Denver Airport. It's probably Denver Airport. That's a large airport. So they set up like access points there, and so they said it's basically, if you're a tile user, you basically can't lose anything there.
Now, will it auto beep you if it goes out of Bluetooth range?
No. So
Okay. So you can't use it as a child or pet is wandering away tracker.
Not currently.
Okay.
So they have they're rolling out a subscription service, Tile Premium, and that's something that pushes smart alerts to you. It's in beta because they haven't really rolled out any alert except basically if you leave the house and your house is, so it's not just Bluetooth disconnection. It's if you had a geofence your location, and it'll use a combination of the geofence location and when it was last pinged, and the fact that you've lost Bluetooth connection, and then it'll push an alert to you and say you left the house without your keys.
Let's take another question.
A viewer says that they'd be concerned about security and privacy. How much of a concern is that?
I think when you're dealing with any connected device, it's a concern, but this is running off Bluetooth, and so I think to some extent it depends on what date, like your location is always being tracked. Yes, I'm certain that's being tracked as long as you have your phone. So beyond that, I'm not sure anything is being harvested. So it's a Bluetooth tracker, so it's going to connect to any to your phone. So whatever privacy issues you have with your phone are essentially going to be the same privacy issues.
Let's take another question.
To clarify the accuracy of the tiles tracking, if someone loses their keys in the park or something, like how small of a radius would it limit it to?
So that's okay. So if you're the only individual in that area with tile, you're basically limited to the radius of each tracker, which is 150 feet for the mate and 300 feet for the pro.
And you probably will get that range when you're outdoors.
If you're outdoors and there's like not like, I don't know, random interference with anything, yeah, you'll probably get about that range. Obviously, we'll test it. But if you're here in like the city, if I would drop something in the park over, you know, in Madison Square Park, then I have like 30,000 people around me. And so it's a much wider radius. So they actually show the radius for New York in the map, and that's a pretty large radius.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate it comes down to, but generally it does give you the address of where you've left something. So that's not bad.
And it'll tell you where it last saw it.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll tell you where you last saw it.
Let's take another question.
Can I see the network of tiles in my area before purchasing?
Interesting. Maybe on the website. I haven't actually checked. It does tell me on the app how many are around me. I think if you're in any large city, then you have a pretty decent network. And if you have Comcast users around you, now that's like an expanded network.
Now, one thing I wanted to point out before we take another question, one thing I wanted to point out is before the show, we got a question about GPS tracking of lost devices. Things like basically, if you tend to lose things in a park or in an airport or in somewhere where they may get very far away from you. And obviously these devices will not quite do that. There is that mesh network, but there are other devices out there that will GPS track your luggage. We've reviewed a few of them. We've reviewed a few of them. We haven't reviewed all of them. Typically, they're bigger and more expensive and have a monthly fee.
Right, and aren't they normally like built into your luggage, like you?
No. There's a whole ecosystem now of optional ones you can get.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. I think I had a Spot Trace, and there's a bunch of different manufacturers out there now with GPS-based luggage trackers. They generally cost between $70 and $100, have a monthly fee, are about the size of your fist. So it's definitely a big step up from the tile in terms of cost and weight, but it will tell you where something is anywhere in the world.
Right.
Let's take another question.
So both of these have replaceable batteries now, correct? Is that going to be the standard moving forward for all of Tile products, you think?
Yes. They said they're not eliminating their old line, which so the Tile Slim is still going to be around, but the Tile Pro and the Tile Mate and all other physical Tile products moving forward will have replaceable batteries. And so one thing they mentioned is so this is something to track a physical object, but essentially all Tile is doing is it's using Bluetooth and it's using its own firmware. So in theory, any Bluetooth device that can make noise can essentially be integrated into Tile. And so that is something you could see on like basically whatever you can think of, a camera essentially has a way to do that.
But also, for instance, in a family, in a household, in a family which has multiple phones, this can become an easy way to beep somebody's phone from somebody else's phone without having to do that annoying thing of calling their phone.
Right.
Especially if, hey, can the, if you are trying to beep your phone from the Tile, will it blow through silent mode?
It should. I'm on
Okay.
silent mode. Let's see. Assuming, of course, our network is.
Because that's definitely been a question for me, trying to find phones while calling them. The fact that everybody else in my family keeps their phone on silent mode all the time, and then you can't hear it when you're trying to make that call. Let's take another question while you're trying to make this work.
It was just a comment from a viewer who says that they signed up with the app and they have no tiles, but it's showing them how many tiles are in the area. So that is a way that you can check the network.
Terrific. And as it showed, it just did blow through silent mode.
Yeah, it'll go through silent mode. It'll ring your phone.
Terrific. Okay, so we don't have a full review of this up yet, right?
We're It's coming.
You're still working on it. So we will have a full review soon. Are these on the market? Or are they going on the market soon?
These are on sale right now. You can buy it right off the site and in certain carrier stores.
Okay, terrific. It is $60 for 2 Tile Pros, it looks like, and then $70 for some combination of Mates and Slims.
Yeah, the Slim is their, I'm not going to say legacy, but it's last year's, the one that you would slip into your wallet. That does not have a replaceable battery. Their main new products are the new Mate with the replaceable battery for 25, and the new Pro for 35.
Okay.
So you buy them as singles.
Okay. Okay, great. Well, thank you all very much. This has been One Cool Thing with PCMag.com. If you are on Facebook, please come back at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. We will have another great discussion about another product which we are testing out here at PCMag. If you are on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We will have a new One Cool Thing every day.